We are now interested in the study of the gene determining the length of wings in the fruit fly in Drosophila. This gene has two alleles. It has a dominant allele giving the long wings, capital L, and a recessive one represented by the small letter V, coding for vestigial wings. So this is the Drosophila having the long wings. This trait is dominant over the trait vestigial wings. Vestigial meaning that the wings are very small, they are reduced. So what is the genotype of a long-winged Drosophila? We know that the dominant allele can be expressed in the homozygous state and in the heterozygous state. One copy of the allele is enough for the phenotype to appear. So when we are talking about a dominant phenotype, to know its genotype, we should make a test because the dominant phenotype has two genotypes, homozygous and heterozygous. So we are going to make a test cross in order to determine the genotype of a long-winged Drosophila. What is a test cross and what is its aim? A test cross is a cross between an individual having the dominant phenotype. Okay, this individual has an unknown genotype. The genotype can be homozygous or heterozygous. So to determine the real genotype, you are going to cross this individual with another one having the recessive phenotype. Because we do not have doubts about the recessive is always homozygous. So by crossing the individual having a dominant phenotype with the individual having the recessive phenotype, we will obtain a generation. The individuals of this generation will express the studied phenotypes. According to the results, we can say that the parent having the dominant phenotype is homozygous or heterozygous. So here the first case, this is the studied Drosophila having the dominant phenotype. Its genotype is not clear. We are going to make a cross between this Drosophila and another Drosophila having the recessive phenotype, and the recessive phenotype, as we know, is always homozygous. In this case, the descendants obtained are all of long wing. This proves that this Drosophila is homozygous because the recessive phenotype here didn't appear. So this Drosophila doesn't have the genotype LV, it doesn't have the allele V, because if the allele V were in the genotype of this Drosophila, the phenotype vestigial will appear in the descendants. So because the obtained generation is homogeneous, all individuals have the dominant phenotype, then this Drosophila is homozygous of genotype LL. So the generation here is homogeneous, then the genotype of the individual with dominant phenotype is homozygous. Second case, what can we obtain as a result? We have here the same cross, dominant with recessive, but in the results we have obtained 50% of the descendants have long wings and the other 50 have vestigial wings. For the vestigial wings to appear in the descendants, the genotype should be VV. Each allele V should come from one parent. This Drosophila will give the allele V. And this Drosophila also will give the allele V. Then the genotype of this one is LV. So the appearance of the recessive phenotype in the descendants indicates that both parents carry the recessive allele. Otherwise, the recessive phenotype will not appear in the descendants. So if the offspring is not totally homogeneous, then the genotype of the individual with dominant phenotype is heterozygous. So according to the results, we can say if the parent with dominant phenotype is pure or hybrid is. Now let's explain the results of the test cross. In the first case, the dominant parent, the parent with dominant phenotype, has produced one type of gametes. So all the gametes carry the allele L. The second parent, having the recessive phenotype, also has produced one type of gametes carrying the allele V. So L from the male with V from the female will give the genotype LV. Since L is dominant over V, all the descendants will have the long trait, the long wings trait. Now, in the second case, the male is heterozygous. It has produced two types of gametes, 50% carrying the dominant allele L and 50% carrying the recessive allele V. The female, having the recessive phenotype, has produced only one type of gametes carrying the allele V. V from the female with L from the male will give LV, L dominant over V, so we have here long-winged Drosophila. V from the female with V from the male will have the genotype VV, and the Drosophila will have vestigial wings. So 50% of the Drosophila are with long wings and 50% with vestigial wings. Now we're going to study a type of alleles known as lethal allele or lethal gene. We're going to consider three crosses. First cross between males and females with a black coat. This type of crossing always gives black mice. The second cross is done between mice of yellow coat. The result is 1/3 of the descendants have black coat and 2/3 have the yellow coat. In the third cross, we have a yellow mouse crossed with a black mouse. The result, half of the descendants are black and the other half yellow. Let's study in details these three crosses. Here when we say cross between male and female with a black coat always gives black mice, means that the parents are of pure line, because always the black phenotype is expressed. So in the genotypes of the parents, there is only one type of alleles, which is the allele determining the black color. From this cross, we cannot know if the black phenotype or the allele determining the black color is dominant or recessive. Simply we know that the parents are of a pure line, they are homozygous. For the second cross, we have yellow parents. In their descendants, there is appearance of a black mouse. The black color is a hereditary trait. Then it is inherited from the parents. Then the allele determining the black color should be present in the genotype of the parents. Why it is not expressed in the parents? Because the allele determining the yellow color is dominant. It masks the allele determining the black color. So the appearance of this black mouse indicates that the allele determining the black color is hidden in the parents. It is masked by the yellow allele. So the yellow allele is the dominant allele and the black allele is the recessive one. Here in the third cross, we have a cross between yellow and the black mouse. If we are asked to determine the dominant and the recessive allele from the results of this third cross, we cannot do, because the descendants are divided into two groups, half having the black color and half having the yellow color. Since the phenotypes are equally distributed between the descendants, we can't know which one is the dominant and which one is the recessive. So here from the second cross, we have concluded that the allele determining the black color is recessive and the allele determining the yellow color is dominant. Now, what do we call the third cross? What is the third cross? What is the name of this cross? Here we have a mouse having dominant phenotype crossed with a mouse having recessive phenotype. This is a test cross. Type. According to the obtained results, what is the genotype of the parents? For the parent having the black color, which is the recessive one, the black mice always have the recessive phenotype expressed only in the homozygous state. All black mice have the genotype small b, small b. But here, the yellow mouse is heterozygous because in the descendants, we have appearance of a black mouse. This black mouse is of a genotype small b, then it has inherited an allele B from this parent and allele B from this parent, then the yellow parent is heterozygous. Now for the second cross, the appearance of a black mouse in the descendant indicates that the parents are heterozygous. Each one carry in its genotype the allele small b. Then the genotypes of these parents is Y for the yellow color and B for the black color. So YB. Here we have a cross between two hybrid individuals, YB cross YB. Then this is a self-cross or self-fertilization. Now let's explain the obtained results. Normally in a self-cross we should obtain two phenotypes in such a way that the dominant phenotype will be expressed in a percentage of 75% and the recessive phenotype 25%. So the expected results of such a cross should be, instead of 1/3 black, 1 out of 4, and instead of 2 out of 3 yellow, 3 out of 4. Okay, so theoretically, the crossing between two hybrid individuals should give 3 out of 4 individuals having the dominant phenotype and 1 out of 4 having the recessive phenotype. But the obtained result, the experimental result, shows that we have 1 out of 3 black and 2 out of 3 yellow. By comparing the theoretical and the experimental, we notice that in the yellow mice there is a missing individual. Instead of obtaining 3 mice out of 4, we have obtained 2 out of 4. This means that one of the yellow mice is dead, so the gene determining the yellow color is a lethal gene. So this is here the experimental results. Upon crossing yellow mouse, a male one with a female yellow mouse, the result is 1 out of 3 black mice and 2 out of 3 yellow mice. So as we have said previously, the dominant allele is the allele representing the yellow color. Since in the descendants there is appearance of the black color, then the allele determining the black color is hidden in the parents, whose genotype is YB. So the genotype of the yellow parent is YB and the genotype of the black mouse is BB. So this is the genotype YB of the yellow F1 mouse, and this is the genotype of its partner. These are the descendants. Y from the first parent with Y from the second parent will give a mouse having the genotype YY, and the color will be yellow. Y from the first parent with B from the second parent, or Y from the second parent with B from the first parent will give a mouse of a genotype YB, and this mouse will have the color yellow. B from the first parent with B from the second parent, or vice versa, B from the second with B from the first, will give a mouse having the genotype BB, and the color will be black. So this is the theoretical result: 1 out of 4 yellow, 2 out of 4 yellow but heterozygous, and 1 out of 4 black. So theoretically, we should obtain 3 out of 4 mice having the yellow color, which is the dominant phenotype, and 1 out of 4 mice having the gray color, which is the recessive phenotype. Experimentally, we obtained 2 out of 3 and 1 out of 3. We didn't obtain this homozygous yellow mouse. This is a lethal gene. The allele Y, the dominant allele Y, present in 2 copies, led to the death of the mouse. So this is a lethal gene. The lethal gene can be recessive or dominant, but in this case it is a dominant allele, but the lethal gene should be in the homozygous state in order to kill the individual having this allele.